Once upon a time, there lived an old man called Baba Ikena in a village called Ufuma, a village known for her green vegetation. There lived a goat named Chacha. Chacha wasn't just any goat, he was a very dear goat to Baba Ikena who lived by himself. Chacha the goat was an intelligent goat, quick to learn good and bad habits. He was known far and wide for his stubbornness, which often led him into all sorts of trouble, much to the surprise of his owner, Baba Ikena. Baba Ikena loved Chacha, the goat, that he would take him anywhere he went, to the farm, market, village square, the king's palace, and village ceremonies. But Chacha the goat soon got tired of being dragged to all functions. He was fed up of his boring life with humans. One day, Chacha angrily screamed at Baba Ikena, "I am tired of you dragging me out with you to your friend's place. I want to play with other friends, feed on grasses outside, run around the village." "Chacha, my dear goat," said Baba Ikena, "the garden beyond the fence belongs to Chief Okiko. You must not go there. He is not a forgiving man. He will chase you with a stick till all your legs are broken." But Chacha would not listen. He just wanted to have fun with his friends. He saw the green garden as a playground. One quiet afternoon, when Baba Ikena was busy at the market, Chacha made his move. He said to himself, "This is my opportunity to play." He jumped over the fence and found himself in the midst of Chief Okechuk's vegetable garden. Chacha started dancing, jumping, headbutting the mango trees, orange trees, and as he was jumping, he was crushing Chief Okechuk's vegetables. Chief Okechuk heard strange noises coming from his garden. He opened his window. Who did he see? He saw Chacha the goat. "What is this?" he screamed angrily. "Chacha!" Chacha chewing. Yum yum. "This cabbage is delicious. I can eat as many as I can." Okechuk grabbed a stick. With a swift movement, he chased Chacha around the garden. But Chacha, being able to jump, jumped over the fence and ran away. He leaped over the fence into his compound just as Baba Ikena returned home. The next day, Chief Okechuk reported the matter to other chiefs in the village. He was furious. Chief Okechuk said, "This goat must be punished. He has destroyed my precious garden." The village elder said, "Baba Ikena, you must keep Chacha the goat under control. His stubbornness is becoming a problem for us all." Baba Ikena replied, "I apologize, elders. Chacha is a friendly goat, but I will find a way to keep him under control." The village elder said, "Do you remember one evening when Chacha wandered into the neighboring farm belonging to Mama Ngozi? She was known for a well-kept garden and prized chickens. Mama Ngozi warned Chacha not to jump into her garden, nor chase after her chickens. Did Chacha listen? No. He saw Mama Ngozi going to the market, jumped over the fence, and started chasing after the chickens. The chickens squirred and fluttered as Chacha jumped, scattering feathers everywhere. By the time Mama Ngozi came back from the market, she was crying as she saw the destruction Chacha did to her garden. He had trampled through Mama Ngozi's flower beds, knocking over potted plants and digging up vegetables. By the time Mama Ngozi chased him out, her once precious garden was a mess. The village elder warned Baba Ikena to tie down his goat, and if he is found destructive, he will be punished. One Sunday morning, Baba Ikena decided to take Chacha to the village market. He thought it would be a good idea to relieve Chacha, the goat, of having been tied down all day long, but Chacha had other plans. Baba Ikena said, "Chacha, stay close and don't cause trouble." Chacha said, "I won't." As soon as they entered the village market, Chacha was excited by the colorful walls, tables, and the smell of fresh fruit and vegetables. He couldn't resist the temptation. The market woman started screaming, "Hey, get that goat away from my tomatoes." Chacha, chewing, said, "These are the juiciest tomatoes I've ever heard." Chacha's rampage continued as they moved from stall to stall, tasting everything in sight. The market women and men tried to chase him away, but Chacha was too quick. He trampled on baskets of fruits, scattered the corns, potatoes, and crops. He caused general chaos. Baba Ikena could only watch in horror as Chacha wreaked havoc on the market. Baba Ikena begged the market women not to tell the elders of the village, and he promised to pay for all the damages done by Chacha. For several months, Baba Ikena tied Chacha down and was determined not to release him. But he couldn't continue to tie him down because he loves him dearly. So one day, he decided to unloose him so that he can move around the house. But Chacha's curiosity led him to the village school one afternoon. The village children were having a lesson under a large tree, but Chacha the goat couldn't resist joining them. He was watching from the bush nearby and slowly came out of the bush to sit beside the children. The teacher said, "Now, children, who can spell apple?" Chacha said. The children burst into laughter. The teacher was upset. "Chacha, this is the school," said the teacher, "not a playground for goats." Chacha, overwhelmed by excitement, began nibbling on the chalkboard and scattered the children's books. He even tried to headbutt the teacher, who had to call for help to get Chacha out of the classroom. Everybody was fed up with Chacha's stubbornness, an act of destruction. They didn't know what to do with Chacha's stubbornness. One evening, as the sun set over Ufuma, a mysterious stranger arrived in the village. She was an old woman, her hair white as wool. She came from a far village. This strange woman said, "I have heard of your troubles with a stubborn goat. Perhaps I can offer some advice." Baba Ikena said, "Please, wise one, we need your help." The old woman smiled and approached Chacha. Chacha was afraid, shaking, as the woman spoke to him. The strange woman said, "Chacha, why do you cause so much trouble in this village? You make Baba Ikena unhappy by your stubbornness." Then Chacha said, "All I want to do is to have fun like other animals." The strange woman said, "Sometimes seeking what we desire without considering others leads to trouble. I can teach you a way to be useful and not a problem to the villagers." The old woman spent days with Chacha, teaching him the ways of the wise goats who once roamed the land. She showed him how to use his stubbornness for good, how to protect the village from wild animals, and how to lead other goats without causing chaos. Chacha said, "I understand now. Stubbornness is not good." Baba Ikena said, "Thank you, wise one. Chacha, you have grown wiser indeed." One night, a pack of wild dogs threatened the village. Chacha, now a wise and brave goat, stood his ground. He led the other goats in a courageous stand, driving the wild dogs away. The village elders said, "Chacha, you have saved us all. You are a brave goat. As from today, you are free to go anywhere you like." Chief Okechukwu said, "Chacha, you are a true hero." As from that day on, Chacha was no longer a troublemaker, but as a protector of Ufuma village. The villagers were happy and often spoke of him as a wise goat who protected the village. Years and years later, the people of Ufuma were preparing for their harvest festival. The village was beautifully decorated. Other villagers were invited to the festival. It was a time of joy and celebration. People were proud to show their crops to others. Dancers and drummers were called. Children dressed in their best traditional attires, and food was being prepared. Chacha the goat was excited. Curious as ever, was drawn to the activity. Chacha got carried away by the beauty and the fun of the festival. He forgot all the advices the old woman told him. He couldn't help himself. He wandered into the center of the festives, attracted by the delicious smells and the happy crowd. Chacha jumped into the crowd, knocked over tables, spilled pots of stew, chased after chickens and other goats. He started biting on little children's clothes. Oh, it was a big chaos. The villagers were shocked and very angry. This was a disgrace to their village. They tried to catch him, but Chacha darted and dodged, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. They couldn't catch him. At midnight, Chacha crawled into the villagers' farms and gardens. The villagers were awakened by loud noises coming from their gardens. They were feasting on the stored vegetables and grains. Everywhere was scattered. The villagers gathered torches and sticks, chased Chacha out of the village. He stubbornly refused to leave until he had had his fill. By the time they managed to chase him out, a significant portion of the grain and vegetables were gone. He was chased out of the village and was eaten by a lion. His stubbornness led to his destruction and death. It is good to listen to instructions. Lesson learned.